My name is Angelika Jakiela, and I am the author of the book Kind Earth Angel Baby. I'm going to read the book that I wrote. Heaven has a new little kind baby, angel on earth in human form. An earth angel, and then the caregiver or parent can mention the baby's name. A note to the kind caregiver of the baby about to read this book to the kind earth angel baby. Please read the words in this book from the kindness in your heart and soul to the baby, so that the baby's kind-hearted soul senses and hears every word, and so that the baby's heart and soul are filled with joy when the baby's heart and soul acknowledges that it is a kind earth angel baby on earth. From heaven, whose purpose is in life to help others in need and to bring joy to others through doing kind acts from the kindness in the heart and soul, as that is what its kind-hearted soul is destined on earth to do by free will of choice, without expecting anything in return. Then the parent or caregiver can mention the baby's name here, but when I am reading this book, for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to mention a baby's name. I'm going to simply mention baby. Baby, you are a kind little baby angel in human form on earth. From heaven, you are a kind baby earth angel. Kind earth angel baby, welcome to the world. You kind earth angel baby. Baby, this is a book made especially for you. Baby, you are a very special person, a unique person, a kind earth angel baby that cares, that brightens everyone's day. You are a joy to be around. You are understanding, thoughtful, caring, a little kind earth angel. Baby, kind earth angel baby, all your life, please always remember, baby, you are an angel on earth, an earth angel in human form. Baby, you are from heaven. Baby, you were born to do great things, especially kind acts throughout your life, to help others. Baby, you have a kind heart and a kind soul. Baby, your soul is pure. Baby, the kindness you have in your heart and soul brings joy to others. Baby, you choose to do kind things for others. without expecting anything in return. And that is what you are destined to do on earth throughout your life. You are a joy to have. Baby, a kind-hearted little earth angel baby. Baby, kind earth angel baby, please remember all your life to use your lips to smile kindly, to make others smile, and bring joy to their lives. To use your voice to speak kind words from the kind heart and soul that you have. To use your ears to kindly hear the needs of others. To use your eyes to seek out others who need your kind help. To use your hands to help others by doing kind acts. To use your brain and mind to think of ways of being kind to others to help them in the ways that they need. To make their lives easier and to make their hearts and souls filled with joy. And to use your kind heart and soul to bring joy to others. Baby, kind earth angel baby, all your life, please remember, always think things through first, then do a kind act. Be intelligent, wise, caring, patient, respectful, understanding, and considerate of others. Be well educated and use what you learn in life to help others and to bring joy to their lives from the kindness of your heart. Always be informed about others and their needs first, and then do a kind act after thinking about this first. Think first about what help others need from you, baby, then do a kind act or speak kind and helpful words to others, because others are helped by you in that way. It is because of the kindness you show to them from your heart that their lives are made easier to live, their hearts are made happy, their souls are filled with joy, and they smile. Baby, kind earth angel baby, all your life, please remember to do the following kind acts from the kindness in your heart and soul to help someone else and to bring joy to their lives. A family member or a friend. Give them a compliment. Say something funny to make them laugh. Hold the door open for them. Include them in the games you play. Leave a friendly note for them. Give some money, food, clothing, and toys to them when they are poor, without them asking, because it is not easy for the poor to ask for things when they need to live from others. Say kind words to them. Offer help to them when they need it. Share something with them. Give them a drink, some food, or a snack when they don't have one. Go with your family and friends to visit old people, disabled people, and the people that are alone without friends, so that they are not alone and have someone to talk to. Give them a gift. Give them a nice card. Volunteer your time. Let them go ahead of you in line. Listen to them when they need someone to listen to what they say. Help clean up a mess for them without them asking you, and kindly help them in any way that you can. Baby, kind earth angel baby, this book was made especially for you. Baby, may your kind heart and soul guide you throughout your life so that you accomplish what is most valuable to others. Great acts of kindness that result in others being helped, making their lives easier to live, and making their hearts and souls filled with joy. Baby, you have a great gift, a gift of kindness, to use on earth as you choose, to bring heaven to those who need it, on earth by being kind to them. Baby, you are a kind little earth angel baby from heaven. Baby, your kind little heart brings joy to my life. You have already accomplished a great kind act that brought me joy even as a baby. Baby, you are definitely an earth angel baby from heaven. A note to the kind caregiver of the kind earth angel baby. To conclude, through the reading of this book by a kind caregiver to the baby, from one kind heart to another, the baby carefully listened and understood in its kind heart and soul what was mentioned to the baby in the book. When the book was read, the baby realized what a great gift of kindness it had within its heart and soul. The baby realized that it is an earth angel, a human that chooses to do kind acts from the kindness in its heart and soul, to help others and bring joy to the others through doing selfless kind acts without expecting anything in return. A baby appreciated and accepted its destiny in life to be such an earth angel, even as a baby, bringing joy to others from the kindness in its heart and soul. The baby truly is a kind earth angel baby from heaven. The end. This is a note after the end of the book. The words about the kindness of an earth angel baby are based on the author, Angelika Jakiela's definition she created of transcendental kindness as it applies to an earth angel in human form that chooses to do acts of kindness with no expectation of anything in return. A selfless, benevolent being. Benevolent pertaining to, or as defined as, benevolent pertaining to being and selflessly choosing to and performing or accomplishing kind acts, or transcending kindness through acts of kindness that result in others being helped in their lives for the purpose of making their lives easier to live and their hearts and souls filled with joy. A human earth angel is an embodiment of the purest form of kindness, a benevolent being. Benevolence, or its synonym, having to do with being kind, kind-hearted, warm-hearted, good-natured, good, compassionate, and caring. Benevolence is the virtue that disposes a person to promote the welfare of others. Helping someone in an act of benevolence or a benevolent act, a kind act, or an act of kindness. In the appendix of the book, the information about the book and terms used in this book. As was just stated, have further information about this as stated in the book's bibliography, in the Facebook group entitled Earth Angel Transcendental Kindness. Please see the other posts about Earth Angel Transcendental Kindness and kindness as well, if you choose to. And please share this Earth Angel Transcendental Kindness Facebook group with all others to let them know about how they can all be human Earth Angels, to do kind acts, to use their virtues, to selflessly help others without expecting in return anything, without expecting any rewards, for the purpose of making other humans' lives easier to live when they are helped, when their suffering is relieved, when they are prevented from suffering by using the virtues that a human earth angel has of kindness and compassion, the mercy to care and be kind, to educatedly think things through and understand the needs of others, how they are to be helped, what help that they need, and if they are suffering in some way, to do what you can by a selfless, kind, merciful act from the kindness of your own heart and soul to help them in the way that they need, to prevent them from suffering, to relieve their suffering, and then their lives will be made easier to live. Joy will be brought to their heart and souls, and heaven on earth will be brought to them as they deserve. As they always deserve, all humans, animals, all living creatures in nature are to be respected. These are all living beings by all human earth angels. As I just stated, humans that use their virtues selflessly to prevent and relieve the suffering of others, help them in the ways they need, making their lives easier to live, bringing joy to their hearts and souls, and heaven on earth to them, as they deserve. And Angelika Jakiela founded a human worldwide Earth Angel movement that I choose everyone to please be part of. I am a human real Earth Angel, but I need the help of humanity, all humans, to help prevent and relieve the suffering of humans, of animals, of all living creatures and nature, to use your gifts and virtues that are highly valued by the heavens, starting as kind little human earth angel babies, to kindly read this book on my Facebook group and other sites, Earth Angel Help, Earth Angel Transcendental Kindness. There's a Facebook page, Angelika Jakiela, Earth Angel. I put an online viewable and hopefully printable version for free of this book, and a little shorter version card to be read to the kind little earth angel babies from caregivers and the parents from within the kindness of their heart and souls, using their own virtues to transcend from their own kind hearts and souls, to let their kind little earth angel baby know its destiny, purpose in life, what it already has, its kind little heart has within it, its pure hearted soul, the virtues within, to prevent humans, animals, and nature from suffering, any ill health, prevent poverty, to stop poverty, to help the poor, to prevent humans from being thirsty, to help those already thirsty, to help them to have drinks, to have kindness within their hearts and souls, to use and compassion as acts of mercy. These virtues, highly valued by the heavens, to relieve the suffering of a human being, what they don't deserve to be suffering, to help them when they are poor, to donate clothing, to help the homeless, so they always have a home to live in, out of the cold, to help bury the dead when it's possible, to be patient is another virtue, to be understanding and attentive to the needs of others, to prevent the spread of coronavirus and variant strains, to be well rested, sleep 8 hours, to be well fed, to be educated in basic human nutrition, basic animal nutrition, to be educated in matters of basic knowledge about nature, to have respect for it all, to have clean minded morals, to practice clean minded etiquette, to live their lives in a clean minded way, then to promote this throughout their life, to speak these words from the kindness and heart of their soul to others, to let other caregivers and parents know about this book and the little short version of the card, to take with them and read to the kind little human earth angel baby. It'll bring joy to his kind little heart and soul when it hears this from the kind caregiver or parent, heart and soul, who is a human earth angel already caring for this little kind earth angel baby. A little human already destined on life to accomplish great feats in human form that only can, highly valued by heavens. It is beyond compare of any angels actually accomplishing these feats who actually have holy powers, but are not on earth doing them. So it is the job of humans to accomplish and relieve, prevent the suffering of other humans, animals, creation, using their virtues. Keep reminding the little infant's heart would loves to hear this. Their soul, their entire human little being. Then it will promote this to other little kids when it learns to talk. And this human earth angel movement will spread. No humans will be left alone. No more humans will be poor. No more humans will be left orphaned. No more humans will be sad. No more humans will be thirsty or homeless. All humans will have enough clothing, enough shelter from the cold or too warm temperatures, and will have morally good humans at all ages, starting as little kind earth angel babies, respecting all from within the kindness of each heart and soul, getting along with other kind earth angel babies, then kind earth angel toddlers, with the kind earth angel animals, pets. They are all earth angels too. They have kind heart souls within them beyond any human comprehension. They have the caring for humans and other living creatures. And the nature, the sun itself transcends kindness from within the kindness of its existence, and trees in nature and flowers. They're all there, and the rainbows. They transcend from their existence joy to the hearts and souls of humans and animals, and heaven on earth to them. Then, once all humanity, starting as kind earth angel babies, as they care and nurture for these, the caregivers and parents of these kind earth angel human babies, guide them throughout their life, remind them with this little card of the virtues they can take with them. It is the most heaven sent gift from one human earth angel caregiver or parent to a child that it can use to take with it all its life to prevent and relieve the suffering of others selflessly when it chooses to ease their suffering, bring joy to them, make sure they're not alone, smile even any kind acts, simply even remembering someone who is not alone. That way, knowing that they have someone that remembers them and cares for them, brings a smile to a human face, joy to hearts and souls. So again, through kindness and compassion, together using these virtues, are considered using a virtue of mercy. To have mercy on another human to prevent them and or stop and or relieve their suffering. And the ways that I stated, and then once relieved, they have joy within their hearts and souls, have an easier life to live as they rightly deserve, and live through heaven on earth while they have one life to live. And when all this is spread in a whole worldwide human earth angel movement by caregivers reading this book and the little card to the little babies, and them hearing this and using it throughout their lives, and everyone already at any age as well, to immediately get these links that I posted there, these little cards to protect and spread these in the world, to please help me, a human earth angel. I was left alone on earth without God and Jesus and Holy Spirit present to help me as an earth angel accomplish what I chose on earth to do. I've suffered on earth what no human should, and seen it all for many, many years. Angelika Jakiela, educated in all life sciences, and have the intent, soul of preventing the suffering in all ways that I can of humanity, of animals, all living creatures, and all nature. So no one suffers ill health. I chose to, but was prevented from doing without God's protection on earth for some reason. I am very offended. My own heart cried beyond words how I was not left protected to finish my purpose on earth. I am a human on God's side. Angelika, tell all humans to use their virtues, as most humans know. Jesus' example to use, how he had mercy, shown that kind acts from in the kindness of his heart and soul. For other humans, set an example to use these virtues that all humans have, starting as kind earth angel babies, as toddlers, kind little earth angel toddlers, the little ones. This card and the little book can even be read to a kind earth angel pet. These are kind-hearted souls, these little pets. The animals have a soul, a life, personality, brain, mind, and care for any human and all living creatures and nature alive. More than any holy angel there is, they use their virtues on this earth. They bring joy to the hearts and souls of all. As I stated, they are earth angels in themselves. And all nature. And then when all uses their virtues and all suffering is relieved and prevented in all ways, loneliness resolved, everyone has someone there for them, no more poverty, everyone will not be poor, everyone will have a home, everyone will have enough food to eat, nutritious food, everyone will not be thirsty, have enough water to drink, all humans will have enough clothing, all humans will live at peace with all creation and animals, nature. All humans will do morally right, think things through first, only speak when needed, to reply to a human intelligently and with respect intended of the other human being, in a clean-minded way, with good morals. intelligently, as they deserve to be respected, patiently to listen to what they say, and reply appropriately. If they need any help, to assist them in a way you can, or find someone who can. Relieve their suffering, bring joy to their hearts and souls. And then they have heaven on earth, while they have only one life to live on earth. And then part of this human earth angel movement, when restored, there will be no suffering in any way on earth of any animal, human, creation, nature. Everyone will respect everyone else. There'll be joy in the hearts and souls of all. And there will be peace in the whole world. No more hunger, no more thirst, no more homeless. Everybody will be treated with respect, the dignity that they have of God within them to be respected as a valuable life. All humans, animals, creation, nature, and all will be living in the heaven on earth what they deserve, as is supposed to be, while they have one life to live, but wasn't for hundreds of years, when God unfortunately left humanity alone and all creation not attended to on earth. It is disheartening beyond words. But I speak as a human earth angel to the humans know, as they know rather, to please be human earth angels. My efforts as a human earth angel, as I suffered on earth, separately, without God's assistance and those in heaven, because they are in heaven, but unfortunately, their holy power is not on earth. It is beyond wrong, so I chose to start this human earth angel movement of use of humans using their virtues. Highly valued, recorded in every human mind, brain, soul, physicality, to selflessly, without expecting a reward, without expecting anything in return, with this simple intent of relieving or preventing the suffering of another human in the ways that they need, then easing their lives, bringing joy to their hearts and souls, and heaven on earth to all, as they deserve, and peace will be restored and order, as the universe should be in order. And for heaven, Angelika mentioned too, but my prayers unfortunately don't get through to them, would be accomplished more on earth, having to do with this in itself. Angelika chose, one couldn't do what I chose on earth, couldn't accomplish, prevented from doing as a human, made of flesh, earth angel though. Sad in my soul, even my prayers didn't get through. For humans, for is blocked. Wrongly I don't choose or deserve. But the heaven, as I stated, those in heaven, God and Jesus, Holy Spirit, are not on earth. Unfortunately, to protect me and my prayers for millions over 24 long years. I am very offended by what they did to me. I never wronged them in any way. If I'm a human earth angel, they are to protect me, so I was to accomplish what I needed to on earth. But they left me alone, not protected, with holy powers. I could have done my research, medical, animal, nature research, the studies I learned as a child, bioethics, use knowledge, genetics, virology, animal human physiology, Neurobiology studied all I lost, was not protected, wronged over the years. I don't want to say how. I didn't deserve, obviously. Those in heaven had to protect me when I was an archangel on earth, but they did not. So I choose Inhumans to please watch the videos I have, see the sites I have, please join, put as many followers, and put those posts and videos that I was tortured alive against free will of choice before I accomplished. I did not deserve, I'm only an innocent human. The heaven didn't protect me as supposed to. So I please something to result proper from this. Humans to spread this book for free even. The little card I shortened to print out, share online, post, tweet it, 200 million little babies, toddlers, humans of all ages. We just replace the name, put the names there, doesn't have to state baby. Read it to the pets if needed. They have kind heart souls, remember that. Treat everyone with respect, value that they have a human life to be respected with clean-minded morals to hear, respect their ears, physical, the brain's organs, all belong to God. Clean-minded temples for Holy Spirit. To use these gifts of the Spirit, these virtues, to selflessly relieve and prevent suffering of all, to restore all health for all, prevent spread of COVID and variant strains of all kinds, prevent it from spreading to innocent animals who don't have the intellectual capabilities of knowing what this virus is, and variant strains, to prevent the suffering of all humans and animals and kids disabled, to be knowledgeable in the health needs of others and educated. It changed the mass to a shorter one, all holy masses and worship masses of all religions in the world. This is God's spoken truth. Out of respect of humanity after hundreds of years, God left the earth not attended to on the earth, not monitoring at all times his creation, to care for it as he was supposed to and all living creatures. Unfortunately, and I know for sure, he does exist, Jesus does exist, and has to be respected, and Holy Spirit for everyone to do morally right, to respect the dignity of God within humans, all religions or not, and all animals' creation, for all world leaders, religious leaders, to respect this, set moral good examples, to read this book, to read it in themselves at any age, to remind themselves each day the little card to read to themselves what virtues they have that they're supposed to do, to set a morally good example as human earth angels to care for the rest of 100 million people employed and all humans under them in the world at all times. The Pope, world leaders, world religious leaders, hundreds of them, employing different humans under them, different, all the World Health Organizations, different jobs of all kinds, medical staff to treat patients with respect they deserve, to care for their health, be human earth angels, and of all job titles. All priests, religious leaders, Pope is the world human representative of God on earth, to be the number one moral right representative, to care for human health, to maintain of animals, promote has resources to do, and to promote these in a new Holy Mass, shortened version, to promote health of human knowledge, up-to-date COVID preventative measures rather, and a basic knowledge to respect animals and nature, how to care for them, and that will maintain a human health and animal health and nature. First is required for proper health, for everything to function properly, and then also the spiritual being to post these, the little cards that I made and share to the world. They have the resources to do, 1 million viewers each day for human worldwide human earth angel movement to spread. the all humans to be earth angels as they choose, and prevent and relieve the suffering as humans can in each job title and all humanity, to restore the health and the well-being, and to end poverty, to end thirst, hunger, to restore peace in the world, to prevent the spread of COVID and variant strains till it's gone from the world, to care for animals and all nature, and then happiness and joy will be brought to all in their hearts and souls when their suffering is relieved. All is at peace, none is alone. All humans will be earth angels of all job titles and all humanity at every age, starting as kind earth angel babies. The animals will be healthy with joy in hearts and the souls, and all creation, earth angels, and all nature, earth angels, living with no suffering, in peace, in joy, have happiness, living on earth through heaven on earth as they deserve. While they all have one life to live. So please, everyone, listen to this video. Please learn from it at any age. I have other transcendental kindness and human earth angel definitions of this sort for anyone at any age to please read these, and even made the post can easily be posted to other groups. Please spread to 1,000,000 people in the world. This is the best gift, even for free post someone can give to a human alive on the earth. These videos I have, the few ones that I have on Angelika Jakiela Earth Angel YouTube channel. All humans, please download it or upload it. Please save them and take care of them. My life force is too low to be alive. I need heaven's assistance as it is, but not getting through to me for over 24 horrendously long years. But they, as I stated, are not on earth with any holy healing powers, unfortunately for anyone. I stated for all, to prevent the suffering of all, to not pray repetitive prayers, simply tell them the truth from heart and soul, what they haven't supposed to do on earth, to prevent humans from suffering, to prevent pandemics, to have goodwill leaders, and tell them humans prayed needlessly these holy rosaries, but no holy power took the next step to heal, to promote peace in the world, to have a good popes, world leaders for hundreds of years. Tell them the truth. Humans struggle hard praying these holy rosaries. They could have told them to simply tell the heaven what needs to be accomplished, what they were supposed to care, the holy grace of God and Jesus and Holy Spirit with holy powers to be present on earth at all times, to protect their creation, which God loved into existence, stated, to care and nurture them, the Holy Spirit to guide humans with the gifts, what to use them for, to care for other humans, animals, and nature, but wasn't doing, despite humans praying. This is beyond disgraceful. This is not allowable, and it would be more beneficial if humans, throughout the years, told heaven whether they had no right to leave them alone, the Holy God, the Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit. Millions of children, including myself, went on holy grounds, devout Catholic, other Christian religions. Kind-hearted soul traveled in cold in Canada, States, or other countries to warm, to worship every Sunday. This could have been even avoided to relieve, in especially COVID times, prevent the spread at all costs, to close these churches, places of worship, prevent the spread of virus to humans and all animals. Humans getting sick on the way, in too cold temperatures, common cold is a virus, get fevers, get the coronavirus potentially, and for what? A holy mass when God is resting on Sundays. So I told the truth as a human, after 100 million years, God didn't have the heart to do. and Jesus should be on earth, monitoring on earth and care. It is their job to do, and the Holy Spirit. So I spoke the truth as a human, earth angel after years of experience, to shorten human prayers, respect their health. They cannot heal their hearts, strain their heart is not necessary to pray holy rosary, lengthy Our Fathers, and decades of Hail Marys repeated one after another, with nothing being accomplished by the holy side. It is more important the intent from a human record in the soul anywhere, doesn't have to be on holy ground, with the intent of helping someone else with the prayer, letting God know if his holy powers did anything right away to resolve this on earth, to help the poor, to have a goodwill leaders, the Pope, to have humans poor, to be resolved, to have peace in the world. All humans, please be earth angels. Please help Angelika Jakiela, a human earth angel. I would do more over the years and would love to do. I could have saved 100 million lives. I had ideas no other human had. For vaccines, I chose to do medical lab research, studied all life sciences in all fields, animal, humans, nature, studied the religious side, respected all in heavens. We're supposed to have my heaven on earth, and handed to me Jesus told to God what I choose done on earth. But this is blocked on the earth, and no heaven on earth holy powers present to help me to unblock this. For 100 million day and nights for over 24 horrendously long years. My soul cried. I was prevented from working, illegally harmed, medical negligence I didn't deserve, was against, brain mind damaged, lost 20 years of life, then wronged on the earth, don't deserve, with my brain tortured alive as soon as I thought or tried to help someone, was harmed on the earth, not protected. The hundreds and millions ideas I had that no other researchers in the world had to find vaccines against coronavirus, genetic disorders, autoimmune disorders, mental health disorders, and what I told to God to fix, to have all humans born healthy in perfect health in the womb, to come out and born after, for all humans and for all animals to have the holy protection, supernatural barriers to access with the brain that I have, but mind blocked, can easily be done for humans to protect themselves with a simple thought process, to activate on earth, protect them from wind, acid rain, from viruses coming near them. A simple thought process activates a supernatural holy barrier around them and prevents sound waves harmful to their hearing to come near them from affecting them. Other humans can mention this heart and soul to God when choose. For God, when He's not on earth, to said He would care for humans and make sure they wouldn't suffer. They tell them the truth, God and Jesus, that we all humans have one life to live on earth. Millions prayed for years, these rosaries needlessly. You could have told us to intend shortly to pray anywhere in the world, not to travel too cold long distances in the cold get up in the morning when you were sleeping on your day of rest. And humans traveled there and then fell asleep, burning calories on the way there, freezing, got sick, or too warm temperatures, dehydrated, to places of worship of all religions, misinformed for years, and then went to this and heard sermons that most outdated biblical wordings for an hour and slept there after they were tired and ill on the way getting there. This is not a day of rest, a day of worship. God rests on Sundays because He created the universe for the whole week throughout, and rested on Sunday or Saturday, depending on what day of worship humans have with the certain Christian religions that they celebrate. This is not a day of worship, it is a day of rest for God. That's why I put a video online and everyone to please. I'm mentioning from the heart and soul after years of experience growing devout Catholic child, cold, getting up early, getting snowsuit on, sweating by the time I leave the house and going outside freezing, getting a virus cold on the way, then sitting there early too tired in the morning, getting up cold on the way, and sleeping throughout the mass anyway. Cause too tired child, can't handle it. Already shivered, strained the health, became ill on the way. Most children happen to almost up to 20 years old. Humans taking them misinformed, saying they have to go to church. No human has to go to church, especially coronavirus times, until it's gone from the world and there are different worse strains. All places of worship, churches, parishes, synagogues, mosques, in Islam, in the Buddhist, the temples, all convents should be closed. Monasteries, Protestant, Presbyterian, places where ministers preach, it is their jobs to close these. The Pope, worldwide statements to say to close these. When it's safe to open, turn them into places for humans, put in soup kitchens, help humans put shelter out of the cold, help place of donation people to put donation offerings of church for that in itself. Instead, it is more beneficial to help human health promote than to save lives during COVID, for humans not to go there, to risk their own life in itself, going to cold or to hot temperatures, and then going to a mass and then hearing some sermons, praying, kneeling. Don't pray, don't kneel. God doesn't and Jesus want anyone's health to fail. They don't want anyone to damage the knees, strain the back, the heart, veins on the knees, squish, bruise, to kneel to God. God wants humans to respect Him and His morally right ways and His Son. Jesus, they don't want anyone to kneel to harm their health. Even by accident, 100 million people were misinformed for 100 million years. It is unfortunate how God and Jesus stayed the care, and even Jesus above all stated that He would, and was a human, never leave humans alone. He knew what it was a human to suffer and saw on earth. He said He's the divine mercy, the mercy, compassion, kindness to prevent all human suffering. His Father left Him as a human alone on this earth. So He knew then to help humanity and all living creatures throughout the years. Millions, including myself, they were told to pray these. Certain saints humans were misinformed for years. Saint Faustina is stated to have mentioned that Jesus appeared and mentioned to pray the divine mercy, these chaplets, to mention certain things repeated, such as Jesus have mercy on my life and the whole world 3 times. This is not beneficial to any human health or any human alive. This never resulted in any supernatural holy power resulting from these prayers to Jesus in 100 million years for anyone. Have mercy to relieve peace, to restore peace rather, to have a good pope, to have good world leaders, to prevent pandemics, to get rid of current pandemics. It is clearly seen in the world that coronavirus is still there. After one just ended, horrendous one, the SARS pandemic. The popes, one after another, old ones hired, clearly too old even to do their job. All world leaders clearly not doing their job under God and know what their job title legally is. To care for all humanity, especially during COVID times. to promote health, well-being of all, proper health care for animals, humans, shelter, basic food, to keep them out of the cold in Canada, States, other world where it's cold, to help them in the warm countries provide proper water, clean water, proper nutritious food, shelter from the sun. All these world leaders make the paycheck under God are morally doing wrong because they're not promoting this well-being to prevent the suffering that they have their job description to do of humanity and all living creatures, and during COVID times as well, not preventing the spread at all costs. They are not being these human earth angels that they are required to do. These are huge role models on earth. They morally obligated under God and have to be earth human angels. Use their virtues to be, as I stated, intelligent, patient, understanding of the needs of others. Their job description are trained, educated to do. They know they hire humans under them, and the ones employed under them affect 100 million people in the whole world. 100 million people tune in viewing on the news and listen to these humans every day. In every country in the whole entire world. All religious leaders, the Pope, they state one or two lines, even the Pope himself, and over the years, but they're neglecting to promote all the recent information to prevent coronavirus at all times, not informing other humans to help respect the animals in this situation as well, not promoting proper easy sale of one mask properly labeled with all the proper information to ease humanity so they don't suffer trying to find the right one when they care to prevent the spread and don't want to become ill. Don't want to lose loved ones, pets, animals. Don't want it to spread anymore. It's been on Earth too long, over 4 long years. They changed forms because they're not doing their part to prevent it at all costs. They have to resign, give their paychecks to someone their millions and are poor would love and educated to do this job and would care. And in 1 second, with their job title and resources and financial means, could restore the health and the homeless less resolved, no more poor, the disabled, brain damage victims, me medical negligence for over 2 decades, restore to hire the fired rather those medically negligent, mostly psychiatrists, doctors, as even Toronto, well known in the world, take away their paychecks where they wrongly harm humans, swore to God to help and cannot keep their paycheck, have to put it into funding for those they wrong, the victims, to have homes, to help proper medical care, hire proper staff this time, to do what's morally right under job description under God, to respect human life and dignity, use their virtues, be human earth angels as all humans are required to do. Especially in high job titles, they have people employed and they know under them to use their virtues, be kind, patient with them, understanding the needs in the job description they have. Veterinarians, farmers dealing with animals, conservationists dealing with nature, humans, doctors dealing with medical staff, tending to health needs, psychiatrists to mental health needs, nursing staff, obviously, to care for the well being and health of humans, for the world leaders, the Canadian Prime Minister, the other different province leaders in the states, the president, all those secretary of states and under them in the different state leaders. They're not all doing the jobs, and that's only in Canada and States alone. They're not being human earth angels, but are under God, morally obligated to do. And 100 million people suffering in million ways, poor, homeless, in the cold, freezing to death in frostbite within seconds, disabled, wronged by victims of medical negligence, especially psychiatry, millions in the world. Pharmaceutical companies funding them, illegally harming people, promoting illegal drugs, antipsychotics for years. Still, I don't know how they're on market. I put these videos after loss suffering for 20 years of these and educated in life science medical matters and research and all religious side on ethics, bioethics, And I'm a victim myself, live through side effects. I put these videos for 100 million people to please view. Take care of them, someone. Put them on your own channel, all of them, the main ones. To our men's intent to help humanity, to prevent them from suffering what I suffered, ill health and wronged I don't deserve. No human should suffer what I lived through, and I don't deserve, and I fought against with intelligent human. But I had no money for medical negligence lawyers. No human can afford this, especially disabled, but we're disabled and rightly have to get funding from those governing colleges. They employed negligent staff. They weren't doing their God under God morally obligated job to hire proper and follow up doctors and staff. Psychiatrists, Toronto, other countries in the world I've seen, Australia even too. They didn't get rid of ECT in world. I put a video there. I stated exactly how to fix what's for other humans to look into these clinics, close them down. They're illegally promoting these online, not putting the serious severity of the side effects, is illegal human torture in many, many ways. I lived through is true. I have my own medical records to prove it, and I'm a living human victim of it, and I didn't need an intelligent. I choose everyone to get rid of these immediately, could easily done. But please act. I'm only one human. I don't have all the resources. I don't have all the contact numbers for each clinic. It's not easy to find. They weasel themselves out of it to, and many in Toronto still working there for many years, illegally harming children, old people. People myself had bright futures, lost all because they wanted a paycheck. They couldn't do under God. They don't get away under God. Sin against a live human being this way to cause bodily, brain, physical harm. When they make their money, supposed to help human health, but they didn't. Leave disabled on the street. Have to beg for food in the cold in Canada, States, other countries to warm. Dehydrate human for then general anesthesia and electrocuted brain, physically alive. Seizure induced. Wake up memory damage for life and ill. In other words, some side effects. And human cannot do their job, lose an university education, college, child walk through in Canada, States in the cold to learn, save basic slave labor to get a basic job to work in factory just to pay for university to learn, so they hopefully have a job for food, to save after then work for 20 years to save throughout those years to buy a basic house, which costs $1 million these days for just the shelter, and lose it all because of medically negligent staff. They put a schizophrenia term, psychosis, mania for 100 million people, these psychiatrists, doctors in all countries. These are general terms. I, out of respect of my life, illegally wrong, put in mental wards when I need to be a medical one. I had happened to have a blood clot, needed a medical serious team to save my life. But the doctors, certain other ones, wanted a client and put in a mental ward. Wrongly mentioned schizophrenia. I fought against, clearly they know. And I put them told to write on every medical record. They knew I was intelligent, medical, life sciences, knew, had degree. So I choose after 20 years, finally got out of this. If I had a medical lawyer, which I couldn't afford, would get out years ago. For all humans to help in high-level jobs, get rid of the term schizophrenia entirely. Humans illegally put in mental wards when clearly most didn't need it all, to be put in medical places, to given proper nutritious advice instead, would save their health and lives as supposed to be properly medically and mentally assessed by these physicians, but were not. There's over 100 of them working in over 24 years in Toronto still. 100 patients I knew and my victim myself, are in some still there. in these inhumane medical wards, mental health wards, some long-term care facilities, some came with severe brain damage, some drug addict recovering. Those humans need proper health, to be monitored with proper health, exercise, caring staff, counselors, cognitive behavioral therapy, counseling, a healthy, happy environment with proper nutritious food, proper humans to care, human earth angels, proper staff, nurses, volunteers, social workers to help them get on their feet, with the gifts to help them. This is not provided in Toronto, one of the well-known cities in the world, Ontario, Canada, other cities in the world, in America. The millions of negligent, especially these psychiatrists in the world. They make $400,000 to $1 million a year. Have $1 million vehicle parked with heating, pay for that, while they make a paycheck and don't look at the patient in the eye and smile and write a prescription, sign their name to it, with illegal human torture. Disrespect all ethic laws, bioethics, do illegal human trials, push pills illegally on market that are illegal torture pills that damage the brain further of a human that needs nutrition and rest, a happy environment, as well as people with depression, still entered in these wards with no nutritious food given to them. They have $1 million buildings they're building, but keep the humans in old buildings with disgusting air, not circulated. I am a victim, I speak truth. And I was in television, nursing staff working there. One are to care, the rest are on vacation for life, study the extra year for registered nurse and do absolutely nothing, are rude, patients begging for food. When they have basically a muffin that tastes disgusting like cardboard with no nutritious content, a piece of chicken with a piece of bone in it, and have to live while on these dangerous antipsychotics they don't need, clearly damage the brain more, never cure them, and shorten the life expectancy by 10 to 15 years. Cause 100 actual side effects that are harmful to brain and physical health, and they never get anywhere with life with this, or crying, don't even need this, overdose, so they're oversedate, knocked out cold for 12 hours, and have no recommended supplements to relieve these symptoms. Blood frequent testing leaves them weak with no blood, such as myself and was woman against entirely, but wrongly put on forms to stay in these places illegally so they have a client. Secretaries, pharmacists went along, especially clozapine, ECT, is still called electroconvulsive therapy after clearly seen over the years it is convulsive electroconvulsive torture. This is not therapy. Therapy is the term to be intended for promoting proper physical and mental health. This is not therapeutic. It is not therapy. To dehydrate a human with no nutrients and food, fasting for 8 hours before the injected and a venipuncture damage a vein, endanger the life, for general anesthesia, for a human to be knocked unconscious, have two electrical wires, electrical electrodes taped to both sides of the head, and electrical current passed through when a human is unconscious. In children, adults, old people, clearly vulnerable in those ages, don't need at all. Illegally prescribed, most missed all and misinformed. 10 staff working there that all making 400,000 to $1 million a year. Swore oath to God and not get away in their soul when they're morally doing wrong, they know, and smile. State how your mood. And a patient crying, say, I don't have to be here. I don't need this. No human even wants to hear about this procedure. A human fear for life, they're gonna be knocked out cold and don't know if they obviously wake up with memory severe damage and physical health. some worse side effects, potentially a really brain damage for life, nervous system, and then kind of have a job, are more depressed, have more injuries, severe brain damage, seizure, can't remember their own loved ones, boyfriends, friends, recent memories, what they learned in long years, studied, went to elementary, high school for years, colleges, universities. No one looking into this, then are disabled, sit in the wards and no one taking care of them. Not enough hiring social workers that care, could find funding, donate nice gifts, clothing. They only have the clothing, such as myself, over 20 years. Only the clothing have on their backs. Go on the street begging for food because the facility is not giving them the nutritious food and $1 million and have to give to respect their lives, but not doing. There's still humans living there in Toronto like this, have no money for lawyers to get them out of it. A lot of them don't know English, new immigrants, even don't know much English and were wrongly informed by these heartless psychiatrists. Keep them on the form there. Don't even tell them to give nutrients, even a meals replacement when needed to give the extra vitamins. I had to beg for this for over 20 years. Then they go outside when they don't like the muffin, but they suffered 12 hours with over knocked out cold, need all nutrients of all kinds and healing. Then they get a disgusting muffin in the morning, maybe eggs once, a little box of milk, and can last through the day. No given the vitamin C, vitamin D, B complex, omega 3s, the main ones that they need actually, don't need those other dangerous antipsychotic ECT at all. They harm the brains more because they don't need it. It's never a cure. In the long run, it damages the brain more. All physical health fails. In many ways, might get diabetes. White blood cell count drops. Immune system harmed. The body cannot fight off anything. These days, a virus endanger their lives. There's over 100 of these people still living there in Toronto in these wards illegally. Don't even informed. Only certain people I knew told this, but it takes other humans to look into this. For the staff to be fired and hire the ones that care. To look into every patient file, why these humans were originally put there, why they were given and why are given these antipsychotics they clearly don't need. They couldn't do and have high hopes, young people, for jobs and a will to do, at least clean mind humans that care. They lost university education like me, brain damage, didn't need. They lost loved ones, they lost pets they couldn't take care of, they couldn't exercise, too weak, blood overdrawn for years. This is a horrendously long time. Some humans have stayed there 10 years. Some before I even went there are 20 years there. Not informed even. Old people stay there and young till they're old. Kept there indoors and during COVID can't go outside to prevent the spread, maybe on a pass with a staff member for 1 hour for oxygen. Inhumane living conditions. These are long hours. No gifts, no one to visit them, even on the phone during COVID, to prevent spread, to make them happy. No one knows about this. I made these videos. I told to God to help this. Is anything supposed to be handed to me on earth? They didn't even make sure this got through to me. They're lost all years. Angelika, human earth angel. I made these videos spoken truth to prevent the health failing and suffering, to relieve the suffering of humans with brain injuries, humans with mental health concerns, depressed humans with depression, humans that are wrongly put under schizophrenia, psychosis, mania, to tell their physicians, to tell them what specifically that they think that the patient actually has symptoms of what part of the brain, and a human to have to given the rights as patient to tell them if it's the truth what the doctor is diagnosing them with, or psychiatrist, for the patient to tell them the actual symptoms, If the doctor is not agreeing with this, to walk away, file complaint, get a second opinion. Patients have rights to inform other humans about this. In the world, it takes action of humans, earth angels, to care this and to file complaints to the proper boards immediately to get rid of these negligent staff once and for all. They're all wrongly affiliated. Second $1 million paycheck with all universities, Toronto, Harvard, all main ones in the world. Had clinical scientists, had researchers, illegal human trials, putting in the journals. PubMed has these journals that are based on illegal human trials, but not stated in their journals that they were based on humans that didn't consent to these trials, research done on them, are, are misinformation, not correct medical terminology stated in them, but still published for over 100 years. Main psychiatry journals mainly. The psychiatrists have a serious job because they deal with humans with a mental health concern affecting the brain. The human brain is controlling 100 million physiological brain and other functions at all times. Needs proper nutrition, rest, of a human to sleep enough, proper nutritious food, a warm place to live, safe environment, happy environment, with a good counselor if needed, to have a good support system of family and friends, to be happy, to be earth angels, to bring happiness to others, focus their thoughts on these, to go in the sun, to exercise, go for walks, to have a good job. This is what humans with mental health, most unless it's a serious brain concern that an actual a medical physician or neurosurgeon, brain specialist needs to deal with, to scan and monitor. This would be a medical concern. This is not psychiatrists deal with. They are trained to do. The psychiatrists, almost all 100 million of them, illegally working to push pills. Misinform millions, hopefully not the students in the universities. Toronto, the one I know of, Harvard, because those students are paying the money and choose to care for human health to learn to be psychiatrists, doctors. If they're misinformed by research on a human trial, then this information will endanger the lives of their potential patients, humans with brain mental health disorders, other humans in physical health, and then this will be very problematic to humanity. What unfortunately has been going on for over 100 years. I don't know why the actual other medical staff, they know, but it is their choice to do and safe to do, but have the resources to even secretly file complaints to help get rid of these negligent staff, but never did. Who is publishing these journals is not looking into the exact information, especially psychiatric journals. The most don't even make sense in the English language. I studied the life science degree have. I'm a victim of it. I know the side effects. The doctors don't even speak English. I don't know how they got into the country even. I don't know how Canada, and they screen these people, supposedly colleges that hire them and nurses, hired these staff for over 20 years and some more before I was even there, wrongly admitted. CAMH, Center Addiction and Mental Health, Mount Sinai Hospital are told the worst mental health facilities in the world, illegal human torture. But they're still working there. All the medically negligent psychiatrists, even our department heads, chairs, they have many mental wards there. Humans going like myself was dying of blood clot, was taken to mental wards because they wanted a patient. And I couldn't be there and wrongly endangered my life, pushing different Abilify that damaged my brain when I needed the blood thinners and a heart specialist to save my life. Because I was put already in a different place, I fought against the term schizophrenia. Schizophrenia has nothing to do with blood clot. These all made the $1 million. The extra $1 million affiliated with U of T professors' jobs Harvard, and especially in Australia. I'm not sure. Then look into these other ones because I don't have the resources. But I would do. I love to do. In all other countries. So I made these videos. What happened to me, the truth, and very type crippled, but disabled, but put there the truth for all humans to do the next step to help me, a human or the angel, to with the interest, at least cared enough to put this story there. Truth spoken, God's word. I don't have resources, but others do. Higher jobs to restore the to be hired humans with dignity, to respect all different job titles. The prime minister, president, the pope, to hire proper world leaders that care and hire proper colleges, that hire proper doctors, psychiatrists, fire the medically negligent ones, use their money to restore the health and well-being and care of humans, respect in the medical system. Psychiatric wards, clean them up entirely, are filthy, disgusting, inhumane. These are where humans with brain injuries and mental concerns needed to be treated with respect even more than any human alive. They need constant care. They're humans, not to be over-sedated, overdosed with illegal antipsychotics that harm the physical and mental health more. They never help anyone, especially illegally given, especially a woman. I don't even know how they thought of this when I don't clearly need it all. Damages a human brain, mind, physical more when a human doesn't have anything to treat, no mental disorder to treat. Schizophrenia, as I stated, to get rid of this term is a general term, is not a specific mental disorder, never is, needs to be get rid of entirely from all journals, online. I put a video there, humans barely view, but this need more viewers. Other medical staff, put it on your sites. You have the million already over years subscribers. Humans would love to see this. I need someone to help me. I didn't put on my site put there. I will get contact numbers, will call myself. I will email them, but I need other humans with more higher job titles to accomplish this. To get rid of these terms entirely, psychosis, mania, other terms, but these are the general terms. 100 million people wrongly admitted. Mental health, inhumane words, some kept their forms illegally, 20 years. Lost life, suffering, 20 years. Knocked out, over sedated, damaged brain, no nutrients to reduce side effects. Overweight, damaged, different ones injected, affect muscles. Clozapine causes visceral fat and belly too big. Humans gain too much weight, and then their heart fails. Their circulatory system, sugar levels go up and down. They could potentially actually become diabetic. Severe brain damage. And this is not to be given to anyone. Clearly doesn't help anyone. If a heaven has a mental health disorder, avoid clozapine. Abilify. Abilify tortures the brain. It is bodily harm. Against free choice what torture means, but most even humans consent but are misinformed. It is still torture. This is not justified by God in any way, to have a human harmed when they don't choose give consent to be harmed this way. Especially by staff trained and study 4 years, pay the money to learn to help human health. To never prescribe, they know clozapine, Abilify, damages thinking ability severely. No human can live with this. Potential side effects of damaged brain for life. Cannot function. This still given and unaligned is misinformed 100 million people on main doctors' sites, hospitals, Mayo Clinic, in the States, Harvard sites, Canada. There's 100 million, mainly psychiatrists, that need to be looked into and fired. They knows the laws, and under God, they have to give back these paychecks taken away. The colleges that hired them, the governing bodies, councils above them, and the prime minister and the presidents. Over the years, Turn the money, give to the victim deserve, couldn't afford medical negligence lawyers to sue for punitive damage, right to do what they lost. The education loss, $40,000 child work, slave labor for $7 to learn. And lost it all because they wanted a paycheck. Well, they went on vacation with family, planned on lunch breaks all the time, but never helped human health and harmed mine. I couldn't have children, as many 100 other millions in the world, because of side effects, brain damage, women, children, men, inhumane conditions. Well, they made luxury money vehicles, warm vehicles that cost $1 million, parked outside still, working there. While the patients beg of one t-shirt and pants for years, don't even have a winter jacket, no one to find to donate to them. Disability money in Ontario is $200 for a whole month. Is not enough for food, not enough for shelter for one night out of the freezing cold, suffer frostbite and harmed alive that way, and have to live on the street with a brain damage like myself. Homeless because they made a paycheck, wanted a patient. Misdiagnosed with, and this company still. That's why I tell us human earth angels to act, all other caring psychiatrists, doctors that actually care. Get rid of this in the world of media after years when it's safe to do. You have resources to do, contact information. I don't. I love to do. I like force too low. I can't accomplish. I did it for years. I was tortured alive. And I was wrong for years, so I need other humans to help me. These are the works been done. The truth been told. These are videos to take care of. Please listen to them. Few main ones, shorten them, put type there for humans to read, even the information main there. Can read it below the videos. The other sites I have, Earth Angel sites. There's a Angelika Jakiela, Earth Angel, his YouTube channel. Please get as many subscribers there, millions, all world leaders in the world. Protect this, whoever can. Put those main videos that are informative to spread whole world about human dignity of all job titles, the all humans, humanity, and Pope, and all world leaders, President Biden, Justin Trudeau, all other ones, Dalai Lama, all other ones, all governing councils, World Health Organization, they need to hear this, to focus on this information under God, send message to restore order, to restore, remind them every day, put these on all their sites for 100 million people to view every day if needed. The little post I made, put on Pinterest, some of them shorten the wording, main points to respect human dignity of all humans they employ and under them, doctors to respect the patients under them, or they can make paycheck, hire someone and give the money who cares, and at least will have money for food and care and actually help people, human health. They will not be brain damaged, not be ill from side effects for life, will be able to have children, will be happy, will be more beneficial to society, will have homes, not lose their education, driver's license, million taken away because they're wrongly put on forms. Antipsychotics don't need, ECT damage the brain. They cannot function at all. Now we're sedated, sleep the rest of life and cannot do anything. Depression, people, all is needed, mostly mental health. These are good. Dopamine imbalance is not medically, keep in mind, proven. There's no actual medical scan to prove this. A human, it is true that dopamine levels will balance themselves out naturally in the human brain physicality over time. But these need proper nutrients, proper rest, more exercise, proper amount of proteins, amino acids, basic and care for human nutrition, the happiness in human life, proper moral support. This is a human to have a job, be happy in life, to care as human earth angel, or the happiness to think. It starts with thinking of others, not to think of what made them depressed. Other humans with brain injuries did not never benefit anyone to be over sedated, knocked out cold and ill, and no way to stop this. And then enough nutritious food to lessen the side effects to help their health. Can't exercise, are ill, can't do anything, can't do a job, or poor, disability, nothing, can't have no joy to buy a new jacket and need, it's cold, to warm 100 million people. This is not respect of human life. Is a human dignity disrespect of God? A human have a valuable life, and millions have high hopes throughout the years and come to Canada and States, land of opportunity, to have proper medical care, caring staff, doctors, psychiatrists, and this is Toronto. When I was wrongly misdiagnosed there, clearly is a term that I didn't even have. It is no symptoms of any kind of at all. It is a general term. I already told a million times it is not a specific mental health brain disorder. When a doctor then I told to humans that they don't tell you specifically what the symptoms you have that you know you have, and are not gonna give you medical advice to help with this first without prescribing ECT or dangerous antipsychotics. First generation ones, second generation ones. There's even harmful these benzodiazepines, these other they all harm the brain. They all harm the thinking, cognitive abilities, human memory. Human health fails in all way, needs to be monitored, blood testing. Human becomes weak, venipuncture, and pain. No human wants to live through this, potentially and put in wards, mental ones. So that's why I tell humans to avoid, especially CAMH in Toronto, Center for Addiction Mental Health, Mount Sinai, especially till they clear this up. Disgusting, inhumane places, mistreating even poor humans already mental. They clearly don't need to be harmed this way. These are not cures. They do not help the brain physical health. They are legal torture. All staff, medical, and world organizations know. Bioethics boards are not doing anything. Their actual job is to look into this, to see that ethically it's not correct what these doctors, psychiatrists doing. They never do anything to fire them. The colleges govern them, still investigating after a year and a half, could put them in prison. And 100 for 20 years already. It's been now up to 24 years, is not resolved. The ones that wronged me, they made the paycheck live their life happy while I lost and couldn't have children, couldn't do my research, would actually care and save lives. Live homeless, freezing to death, no money, disability is nothing, and no way to live, no enjoy life. I had to do high hopes of future, driver's license taken away, wrongly put in words schizophrenia term. They wouldn't even tell me, what part of the brain they think they were treating symptoms, and they never specifically told me. They cannot do as illegal, even put substitute decision makers that are supposed to act in my best interest. What decision I would make, and I have fought against this, but I didn't have a lawyer to get out. They put someone wrong mentioning wrong decisions for treatment. This is not treatment. This is illegal torture. The bodily harm a human brain, mind a human doesn't choose to be harmed and doesn't deserve to be disrespected this way, is morally and ethically wrong. And 100 million people wrongly admitted and have people who are not educated by these psychiatrists making wrong treatment decisions for them. And they term this treatment as well, which obviously in medical field is to treat and promote human health and mental health. Well, clearly it doesn't if it's illegally given a prescription that harms the brain and physical health, all antipsychotics, dangerous ones, Abilify. This is illegal. This is brain torture in itself. I lived through so I know, and I don't need to. An intelligent human, no, this cannot be given to any human alive. It is not beneficial to any human alive. It's never treatment. It's never a cure. It harms the brain. Severely impairs cognitive thinking abilities, amongst other side effects. What it is prescribed in most sites is beyond appalling, beyond wrong, and all misinformation on most sites. This is a push by these pharmaceutical companies, which I even tried to contact, and I even find address barely found and emails to contact, but when I phone them and find the phone number, finally not easy to do. It is a phone number that doesn't exist, a dead end. Emails don't go to lead to anyone replying. And a human even find the places a human would have to find where the actual address is and go there to push an issue. File complaints there in person, but I even have lawyers to have the medical records, but this is not easy to find. This need the high level, the The employers, these need the high other physicians to help with this. Bioethics boards, World Health Organization, FDA is illegally pushing this, still illegally approving ECT for years. They know is morally wrong and cannot do under their paycheck, but whoever is doing this has to be fired for years and all that went along and give back their money and give it to victims. Brain damage that they cause life, quality of life, poor, finances, thousands enough it costs basic living home that they could have made themselves, couldn't, money for clothing, food they deserve. They were wrongly harmed and money to live a good quality of life. In Canada, states millions have no money because of them. It takes humans to act and push issues and file complaints. The humans need these lawyers, but can't afford them, especially medical negligence ones that were illegally wrong like me. Then live freezing on the street, but that need help to get disability funding for all world leaders to do their job. They don't want to be brain damaged with not proper medical care. It is their job to hire proper colleges, physicians and surgeons of Ontario, for example, College of Nurses Ontario. They're the ones who have the ability to take away the doctor's license. Psychiatrists never followed up. They made $1 million. Him and have to push the issue and follow up of investigations going on. What they know is clearly they had to fire this human right away, have the medical records to prove what they harmed an intelligent human. Board decisions clearly can look 5 minutes and contact them and put a warrant for the arrest for illegal bodily harm, torture, brain of a human being for the length of time that some kept me on file for years and other different ones to make paychecks that they legally under law cannot do under God as well, and had to give back or give to me, and are still working there illegally and when going on vacation, and are still investigating. A year and a half turned, 100 rather staff, 50 doctors medically negligent still working there that wrong me. I cannot live with it. I chose my day in court. I couldn't afford and be sued for all they lost to 20 years and money have to live at least. Punitive damage could win multi-million-dollar lawsuit. And all nursing staff, 50 to 100 of them, some still all working there. Still extra paycheck affiliated with U of T. I contact U of T psychiatric department to let them know the names of these doctors disabled. They never replied to me. I pushed the issue, contact another number, and they never replied to me. They are legally going along with this too. They have other professors that work there that are kind-hearted and teach the children and humans there. But these are professors that have been working there, head scientists, clinical scientists, doing illegal research and wrongly, hopefully not misinforming the students. There's a 50 of them still working there. So please, whoever has money for lawyers or find a way to help me to get on higher level jobs, to get rid of this staff, then hire, it takes a human, fire the ones that are not doing well to already have potentially many already patients, some already for 100 over years that they wronged, to take away their all paychecks and put this funding to help those patients. To put immediately, it takes one phone call from these board members, which are wrong there, CAMH2 going along. Most medical doctors, psychiatrists too, making another human $1 million, could have helped these humans, could have hired proper staff, monitor them. They obviously don't do the job, don't deserve the paycheck. Humans study even schools and need the money. They would love to use this money to have a home and care and to actually do the job, to hire proper doctors, actually monitor them if they're doing right, to hear patient people complaints, to actually do something right away, but are not doing. Millions of them in Canada, America, lands of opportunity. This is not land of opportunity. This is a cold, this is a human torture land. because they had governing bodies and councils and colleges hiring the staff and other jobs, not doing to care for human health, even in school all the time, promote human proper medical care, and not even given a human when there was had to wait 3 hours to get assessed for an IV, then turned away so they saved the pennies. But they made the $1 million standing smiling, looked away, no morally doing wrong. They made the paycheck, and the humans turned away and have to go to naturopath, pay the $100 to one consultation to see what the doctor could have gave in hospital, to tell them I need IV to save my life and can have to give me. And for more nutritious, one with more vitamins and glucose, a $20 to $30 bag charge of fluids to put in human to save their life. And a human disabled poor is turned away from hospitals in Canada. And I've seen millions of people like this. This is true. I'd work as a doctor myself, but I couldn't afford it, so I chose the research, but they wrongly harmed me and couldn't do. So Angelika, tell every human alive to please watch the videos, carefully listen to every word. Some are a bit lengthier, so even take the time. Listen to half, be well rested, watch the other half another time. Take the main notes of the points. See the actual posts. These are not easy, keep in mind, for a human to make. I was illegally harmed, brain damage, alive. I don't deserve. To type this was even beyond not easy for human to accomplish. I choose all humanity to see this in all high medical fields, all humans in research fields, care for humans and animals, especially COVID times, all in religious places, close all places, worship to all virus strains are gone. Is all God's word truth? It is not important for human to risk and danger life to go there, to a building gonna be cold on the way, get sick, or in hot temperatures, strain the health to go to a Sunday worship or other days masses during COVID have to be closed, prevent the spread even if triple four vaccinated, might get different strains, people getting fake masks, don't know even though they're wearing one, might spread it. The humans can't give the host, the ministers, priests, Catholic ones, other religions, they're still doing, people taking the mask off, putting on, spreading the virus potentially. If it's not prevented from spreading, people be ill 2 weeks, animals suffer, how to heal themselves and die, kids lose parents, humans suffering will never leave the world. This is not what God and Jesus want, human to go get Jesus' wafer. It is never even important for a human to get his wafer. It is a human being more important that such as everyone to change the masses, making online, especially COVID, a care for human nutrition of health. Get every health fact there online. People care, did research for years. Basic nutrition facts. Tell humans to stay home where it's safe and warm. Save their health, save the gas money, potentially give it to others poor instead of driving through the cold, risk the life in snow. Might get accident, go in warm temperatures driving there, paying money, poor people working there to drive to Catholic masses, Sunday masses when God is sleeping. It is true, God is resting on Sunday. This is not a day of worship. This is a God's day of rest, and all humans work throughout the week most and have to rest. Physically, sleep, take a day off and nap, eat food. That is what it is for. Not to go to day of worship. Endanger lives, especially COVID. Avoid the church all times. If a priest open, tell them to. Under God, he can make his paycheck if he's doing it. Turn in or find hire someone who will. Another priest or minister, rabbi, Jewish, uh, the Pope. To everyone, tell him to do his job or step down. He's not doing. He endangered the lives of 100 million people. To close St. Peter's Square. This is tell him God told him this, and Jesus and Holy Spirit. He don't even put a mask on. He has to be fired. And the ones before him just died. They have to turn the paychecks in. They're a human representative of God on earth. Huge, say, moral, 100 million viewers supporting. everywhere, Twitter doing, but they're not doing anything to care for humanity, care for humans, to make sure proper medical care, proper world leaders that are in charge of this, governing council, bioethics boards, they have the resources, phone numbers to contact to say you're not morally doing right, then you can't work. Fire them, put someone who cares and will help beneficial to even right away 100 million people under them employed care and help those people employed to monitor this. It takes even a second could accomplish saving human health and funding for disability. 1 second put into accounts of 100 million poor people disabled and have money people there what they need to live off the street. What they're supposed to be doing, but need the leaders to do it. They have the financial resources, obviously, hundreds of millions of billions of dollars, and were supposed to do, but didn't and made their own paychecks. And the Pope included. The Pope didn't even, as a human earth angel supposed to be, could have in proper timing, there's a huge Vatican, to have people enter there and get them off the street if poor. Did he ever do anything or any of the popes like this for years? Did they even care? Did they close the churches? Did they tell anyone what I'm told this? No. They don't want to suffer with 2 weeks with coronavirus and die, but they didn't do anything. They're not informing humans, as I stated in another video made recently about animals to care. Please, this is the only one I can make of each of these videos. This is what humans from the heart of a human to save all humanity and caring all animals, living creatures. Prevent the spread of the virus at all costs. Use your virtues. Is highly valued by heaven. Prevent the spread. Prevent the health failing of all. Excuse me. Bring joy to the human hearts and souls. Care for them, all humans of all job titles. Respect each other. Respect all humans employed, and all humans keep in mind are employed under them. And affect all different humans, different parishioners, patients, animals of all different job titles. Fix this from top level down. Humans from low level, then if you have resources, contact the higher levels as you can. Keep pushing issue act now. Please restart it. I can only say once. In the whole world, keep posting. But the videos I have, few ones, that's the intent of it. Put on your site. Tell humans to subscribe to my site. I don't have the resources to do. This is God's spoken truth from a humanitarian with the best interest of preventing the suffering of ill health of humanity, of all animals, all living creatures, to restore order in the world, to restore the care of what all humanity and leaders for all jobs, to help all humans supposed to be caring, to resolve this so there's no more homelessness, what is supposed to be in the world taken care of by world leaders especially and all under them, proper funding easily done, the wrong victims to give them the doctors, medically, psychiatrists negligent, fire them all, that's already $100 million taken away from those harm that legally under law has to be done, morally right, ethically right, taken away and put into funding. There's already resources for those wronged and have a home to live off the cold like me. And a different humans' disability to increase it, put into that. In Canada, such as ODSP, Ontario Disability Support Program, which is nothing, is disgraceful, is a disrespect of human life. And that disabled people, which have brain damage, physical health damage, cannot work and have to live on the street freezing to death. And most result of medical staff, they are negligent, especially psychiatrists. So all humans be earth angels of all ages, starting as kind earth angel human babies. Please use the little card even at any age that I put there. And keep it in your pocket, read it, remember to think educatedly, to use your virtues, to care, and every human at all ages, and especially when trained for certain job titles, to use to care, and you're already in every job title A human is going to be dealing other with a human to respect their dignity, be informed to the needs of them, to help them, or an animal, potentially affect, depending of their job high level, to many people under them employed to monitor if they are morally good examples. Under God, religious or not, have to do right. Respect all humanity, all job titles, no. All humans have the right to have good world leaders, good moral examples all the time. This is all monitored. This is all recorded in human souls, brain thugs, and physical actions. Human chooses to do morally right, has to under God is recorded, and under Jesus respect to never morally do wrong, to sin, is not allowed. This is for humans, all humans, religious or not. All job titles know this in the world. All humans. So everyone, please be human earth angels of clean mind, morals. Use your virtues. Be attentive to needs of others. Care for your health. Be well rested first. Help those when you can. Do kind, merciful acts to relieve, prevent suffering, prevent the spread of coronavirus and all strains to all humans, animals with respiratory tracts, pets. Care for nature. There's only one life to live in the world. Treat everyone with the dignity. Remember that in health, you choose proper for yourself. You would be treated one to all other humans. Inform others that are not doing it when it's safe to do. If you act these ways in selfless, it is highly valued by heaven. And then it will restore, hopefully, when people act, takes even, it'll spread from one life, affect another. The health will be people less suffering in all the ways mentioned. Joy brought to their hearts and souls, and heaven and earth restored to all. Can be done by acting simple at the high levels. To hear this past few videos, fix this in the world takes a few seconds to a whole day. And all humanity will not be homeless. All the wrong negligence fired, put in prison, all proper leaders hired, all proper medical psychiatrists hired, ECT and antipsychotic illegally gone after 100 years, supposed to never be on market, proper funding given to proper finding vaccines and treatment, and for animals and not for illegal pharmaceutical companies pushing even clozapine market is 100 for illegal torture of all kinds, over sedating humans harm for years, illegal torture, never cure. There's pharmacies that go along with this as well, have to, with this clozapine. This is a human wronged for years because of it. Never helpful. Shortened life expectancy. Risperidone, polyperidone, loxapine, Abilify, especially electroconvulsive therapy is not therapy. Even the name told humans, please watch the video. I'm a victim over 10 times a year. I stated the severity of actually what the true side effects and a human lived through, an intelligent human didn't need. This is what should be stated on each site of these clinics that are illegally applying 10 different types of medical staff going along each time they harm a human. Illegal torture in many ways, disrespect human's life, have poor quality of life after, depressed, cannot be given if catatonic. Do not, almost people put under schizophrenia, stating or for depression. It doesn't help depression, it worsens it. Humans become depressed because their brain memory damage and cannot work for life. These are not cures. Even change the name, electroconvulsive torture. Then the humans hear the truth, close all the clinics, take down the still information, misinformation on all the sites, all of them, Mayo Clinic included. There's a children's sites for ECT. They put the basic wordings to caution certain things about what it does, the ECT, but there are no specific details. They're stating still that is they don't know entirely what exactly it does to the brain. But there's humans hooked up to the scans and the brain scans, to medical other devices scanning the heart, anesthesiologists there, neurophysicians, surgeons, psychiatrists, Physiologists, registered nurses present each time, medical nursing staff, monitored heart rates. There is research done even by choice, mine illegally done against free will of choice. It cannot be done without human consent, is illegal. Human torture, never allowed. FDA doesn't approve illegally without human choice given consent, but most humans they're misinformed on all sides, not informed about the severity of what this does. It is not entirely proven to help any human brain, any mental health. Did not have the specific after years. It's been already the research done and most illegally, I believe all illegally. Even if human consent because they were misinformed and are not entirely informed about what this does and misinformed that it is beneficial to humans with depression, catatonic, clearly a human catatonic, cannot fast for 8 hours and then have deficient nutrients and not enough fluids before injected with general anesthesia, not blood flowing to the brain. Nutrients not enough to the brain to make proper dopamine, serotonin, neurotransmitter levels, and a human heart rate too low with no glucose, potassium enough to beat to be beneficial to the brain, and suffering there, then knocked out cold, the brain electrocute and physicality, and then I wake up in different room, which is beyond wrong, with no recent memories, cannot remember anything, not even loved ones. Some really for hours, some wears off, some memory damage, but it's a seizure caused, and then some there's a memory damage for life. Cannot work. A human catatonic clearly cannot go through a procedure like this. But most humans I've seen it online state for ECT, a human will be helped that are catatonic. Schizophrenia have is a general term. This has nothing to do with ECT being beneficial to a general term. It is not a real mental health disorder. Specific part of the brain is not mentioned or symptoms. Psychosis. 100 million people in psychosis wards. Mental health wards. Stated to be have psychosis. This is a general term. It is not a real mental health brain disorder. I don't know who still this have to be fixed in the world. I at least care. Please, whoever watches this, I made more details in other videos. Please help all humans to who can spread this in the world to view this. It is very important, even as a preventative measure, to help humans. I put what are to avoid these mental wards entirely, in all hospitals, to get assessed if you have a mental disorder with a caring practitioner or doctor outside of a medical facility. Don't go to emergency rooms, especially in Toronto, CAMH, or in Mount Sinai Hospital. Avoid at all costs. They have staff illegally working there still, misassessing people even to put on forms. So they have a patient and all the nurses go along and all their staff admitting to another staff to assess for 3 days. On form, even a patient rights advisor cannot get a human out that doesn't need to be there with no food and water, mistreated for 3 days and night. And him and even a medical concern didn't have to be there and were wrongly admitted, so they have the patient making their paychecks. And a million people going through this, but they need a medical lawyer to get them out right away, or they don't even have to be there, but they can afford it. And the humans doing patient rights too have to do their job right, but not doing either. Most of them. They're not being as they're supposed to use virtues. Under God, they don't get away with it. Under Jesus, cannot they're knowing they're morally doing wrong, but assessed on the earth right away. No one gets away with this. No one can morally do wrong against another human life. They have no right to do. To wrongly prescribe dangerous antipsychotics. To leave a human suffering on the earth. To endanger life. human wrongly prescribed, such as myself, to lose a whole and poor work and $7 to learn university and paid off finally and taken away because they wanted a client, patient, mental ward. I couldn't have children for years while they went on vacation with their families. Then they left with no disability money. Brain damage, can't obviously work. Side effects. 100 million people still live like this. So everyone, please be earth angels, humans, use your virtues and care. Those who have higher jobs, post these videos, that's what is there for. Copy, download for free. Put subscribers to this page. Keep put on whoever has the million viewers. I don't have access, contact numbers to these. The Pope Francis, I would have to have, but I don't have an unearthed need, even more as assistance, never. If anyone has his actual contact number personally to give it to me, I need it for 24 years. Spiritual matters, it is a job. I contact even by mail, never replied. Any pope for over 24 years. Under God had to morally do right and do to help me personally. So they have to fix everything. Anyone into the holy sites. In Lourdes, France, where the holy shrine of Holy Mary is. In Częstochowa, Jasna Góra in Poland, Holy Mary sites in Portugal. In Jerusalem, the main sites there were the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, where Jesus' tomb is, the Wailing Wall, Kotel. Humans that work there to get information to them, to tell them, please wear a mask, be morally right under God, or turn paycheck in. They endangered million people's lives in past Christmas Advent season alone. Masses online, and it showed them with no masks and people present near them. Didn't prevent the spread. Million people view this, might think the virus is gone, but it's not. They set a morally wrong example under God. They cannot make their paychecks, hire someone that will inform themselves and keep monitoring and telling, put on their sites and made videos that say that the virus is going on. Don't focus on holy masses. Focus on saving human lives and health. That's what I choose to change the holy masses. That's what their intent is for, to help the human health, physical, spiritual health with the virtues of human using, promote human health that belongs to God of physicality, brain, mind, physicality, have a life of a human, animals, nature, to have educated humans, even volunteers at holy masses, putting these information then online till the virus is gone. Simple, short posts of nutritious fact, helpful, not misinformation. Information recent about COVID, preventative measures, social distancing, most recent vaccines, to promote and prevent the virus, what's going on about it in the world, to follow up each priest, morally obligated minister to do, rabbis, all in the Islam, Dalai Lama, the Pope, start doing things, or you better turn your paychecks in. You haven't done for over 4 years, especially during COVID. All previous ones, whatever money they made, the paychecks had to be turned in. They didn't respect the dignity of God and then their job descriptions, and presidents and previous ones and Prime Minister of Canada, England, Germany, Japan, Africa, all the ones didn't do the morally right obligated jobs under God in their description to do, to respect human health, the lives of all, proper medical care, proper homes for food, to provide care for orphanages, relief efforts for humans victims of natural disasters, to maintain peace in the world, did not do everything in their job description are trained by law have to do and under God morally obligated to do, religious or not, have to resign or really do a good job and put their paychecks and what they didn't do right and use their resources, millions, billions of dollars they have to actually care. Act now. Rectify everything morally on earth that you didn't do your job to do and millions suffered. You illegally were causing the suffering and health failing of millions in the COVID variant strains, didn't promote proper mask sale of one mask, clearly stated what the expiry date has to be on the package. the percentage filtration efficacy, how much particles of virus that the mask will prevent spreading, the material safe to use of a proper mask, polypropylene. And this is the main information. A post, I made a little post with their job to do. World Health Organization, all in world, be human earth angels. I did the work, what is your job? Take these posts, is on Pinterest. Other sites Angelika has, this is a human real earth angel. This is a humanitarian, a public figure. A human don't have the resources. What we do, I need all you, the high level, have the resource already, viewers, followers, to do your job. I'm informing you to remind you. This is God spoken to you at the respect of Jesus and Holy Spirit. These are words spoken from a human, kind-hearted human on earth because it was wrong because you didn't do your jobs. You didn't, under God, set a morally right example in all ways and care. You didn't be an earth angel human to use your virtues and your job description you studied for to be, to help all those underemployed, to monitor that they hired and cared for dignity, respect of all under them in all fields. Bioethics boards mainly, medical colleges, then the college hiring the staff, psychiatrists, millions, medical facilities, some even millions put into building the buildings, but no staff to care to work there. This is beyond mistreating of 100 million people turned away from RV to save a few pennies, so don't give a little bag of fluid that will really save a life to give some potassium, electrolytes, or glucose. To stop turning away people so they have a market to go to a naturopath and pay $100 to tell them they need essentially what their symptoms are, and they need a bag of fluids that they were supposed to get for free under in Canada, funded in the medical care system, but weren't given or turned away. I don't know if it happens in states, but you look into this, it's your job. You are making $1 million that other people that would actually need your jobs to have money and even to live and would actually care and save and promote the health of lives for years, but you didn't. World leaders and Pope. If a human is obviously a world leader and too old, then and can't do the job, barely get up, then clearly can't do the job, resign. Save their health and lives, immediately affect the lives of 100 million people in the world. Every day on news, Twitter, everywhere, have followers looking up to these humans and are not doing the job. They're all suffering and don't deserve this. They have no right, the world leaders and Pope, to disrespect the dignity of humans, to leave them suffering in Canada states, 100 people in cold, with all places of worship open, humans traveling, suffering there. We're spreading the virus potentially. Animals suffered, already lost lives. Is not being stopped spread. The different strains have resulted. Mutant changed forms. They know viruses change forms, so they had to prevent spread all costs. Close indoor malls. Keep them closed. Keep all dining areas, cafeterias, schools closed till the virus prevented to prevent the spread until the variant strains gone. Didn't do for over 4 years, all times. There's a restriction stated lifted in many coffee shops, stated and main store retailers that they don't have to wear a mask, the customers. This is disrespect of humans. They have to look into this, they're not doing. They cannot lift a restriction. The virus is not gone from the world, it actually spread. It has changed forms. Humans already triple four vaccinated do not have any way to defend themselves with antibodies against different strains that are out there. There's humans that have health concerns that cannot be vaccinated against these and have free will of choice not to be. The mask still illegally sold. No one doing anything to care anymore. Some that is not enforcing themselves, as I stated online, can clearly see the Pope never wore a mask in any previous mentionings in front of 1,000 people in St. Peter's Square after Pope Benedict died. Endangered million people, approximately stated 70,000 people there. Approximately New Year's recently, with no mask, no social distancing enforced, no screening of proof of vaccination even. And the Pope didn't mention anything about this. 100 million viewers in the whole world on Twitter, YouTube videos. Mentioned the name of Holy Mary, something about the Holy Season, which he can do as his job. But then he didn't say for Holy Mary to respect all humanity and Jesus and God, and set a morally right example as a human representative of God on earth. He has to focus. That is his job. And tell all world leaders they are human representatives of God on earth. To morally set good physical health and well-being examples, COVID preventive measures to spread, and they have the viewers every day as needed. Keep posting every day, up to date. Take their lazy selves and do their job, or find someone who cares for human health to promote, to animal health care, to even they're not informing animals, pets, million lost lives suffering can't heal themselves. I made a video recently about this one. COVID for humans to care angels. Looked online sites to find best information to summarize, to spread to millions. Didn't view this yet to care, or some did but didn't do anything. This is a human being that I told and seen in the world and put together the truth. God spoke in truth, Jesus, Holy Spirit. For all humanity, all humans of all job titles, to be earth angels, to care, to do your job, or morally obligate all your life, be part of a human worldwide, human earth angel movement, to restore the respect of all human health, to prevent the health failing, especially during COVID, to prevent the spread to all human animals, loved ones, pets, to help nature, to respect all in the world as humans want to be respected and all deserve to be, and all animals, living creatures, to use your virtues, to selflessly help others, prevent suffering in all ways stated, then to ease their lives that way, to put funding where they have financial resource to do. If they morally didn't do the job, use your paycheck, help those you wronged on the earth, millions. You are morally responsible, Pope and world leaders, for the suffering of disrespect of human life that you were supposed to care for under your job description under God. You don't get away with this. You are morally responsible for harming 100 million people's lives. Morally and wrong and ethically, and humans freezing with not enough disability money after you didn't make sure you hire staff, proper psychiatrists, doctors, didn't keep ICT out of the world entirely, didn't do your job to look into these. These are any human basic medical knowledge can clearly tell that these are illegal human torture, that they're not in any way beneficial to human brain health, mental or physical health for years. Needed to be taken away and kept away off the market for all time already. Millions of lives would have not suffered, including mine, intelligent humans that studied years, driver's license, money, lost education, had high hopes for futures, and lost and are disabled with no funding. And have no money for medical negligence lawyers and those ones getting away and making $1 million. Going on vacation, but don't get away under God. Angelika Jakiela, tell everyone, please be human earth angels. As I stated, how bring joy to all as they deserve, as you want to be respected, to be healthy, to be safe, to have homes to live, to warm home out of the cold, funding. If it's too warm temperatures, a warm place, safe temperatures, provide homes for those homeless to live out of the sun, proper water, proper nutritious food, to care for all animals, prevent spread for animals, do more research vaccines. They have different species of each type of animal in the world, funding into caring for health and well-being of humans that all belong to God and animals, down to the cellular molecular level, creating on God's image to be respected at all times, their health, dignity, and to promote this and to promote all religious and world leaders in the short holy masses, animal nutrition facts, care for health, to stay to sleep enough, be well fed, stay home, day of rest of God on Sundays, worship depending on Saturdays, depending on religious, intended for a long day of work, even human week to rest. God is resting. God wants humans to rest, be healthy. Humans need enough sleep, especially during COVID times, to rest the physicality, to be well nutritious, food fed, to have boost their immune systems, vitamin C, A, E, antioxidants, to find these to help all the animals too, caring individuals to fund, promote this information, give the paychecks to those who will help, will save lives, and contact information in those jobs immediately, potentially of 100 humans and animals right away. That's supposed to be done for years. This can be restored, resolved in a matter of seconds to days if the head offices do the job and put the funding where it belongs and they resign and hire someone who cares. As supposed to be done, the respect of all humanity, animals, and living creatures. To act now, and all humans put this video and send whoever has some humans do contact info to this Pope and high level jobs. Let me know if you can. And to let them know and keep letting them know and make sure they do something. They have criminal charges against them. They wrong the human lives and health and no right to do. They know they can't under job, but they made the paychecks is illegal. And have to morally do right. And fix it. As I stated. And all other humans, be kind-hearted earth angels, starting as little babies. Humans, earth angels. Angels on earth in human form. Using gifts, virtues in their soul to help others restore the health, everyone to not be left alone, care for all. Then everyone is happy, healthy, and have heaven on earth all the time in peace and safe. Be part of the human worldwide earth movement. Angelika Jakiela founded it. I am a real human earth angel. This is on God's side spoken truth. Respect of Jesus' moral right examples of his use of virtues and his self of mercy. So to prevent and end suffering, restore joy to the hearts of all with their suffering relieved in the ways they are, after their help through kind, compassionate, selfless, merciful acts by humans towards other animals and humans and nature, all world leaders, religious leaders, all little infants, babies, even smile, kind earth angel human babies, bring in from their heart soul joy to their caregivers and all present, the little animals, safe distance, especially but in COVID times separately. So everyone, please be a human earth angel, use your virtues, care for your physical health, promote this above all to all, especially change the holy masses to short ones in all religions in the world. Don't strain your physical health praying standard prayers, don't kneel, save your health, don't mention repetitive prayers. God doesn't want this for you to do. Any strain your health, it's more important. He's not on earth to heal you. Praying and don't and useless biblical knowledge. Don't waste your time. You have one life to live. Don't strain your health. Don't pay the extra money. Don't and make sure to get rid of from the Catholic school curriculum, all elementary, high school, university levels, any useless Old Testament biblical knowledge. Make sure to get rid of it. Is a God spoken truth needs to be done after 100 years is useless. And in sermons, get rid of it in all masses, Catholic, Presbyterian, Protestant, all in countries in the world, other different religions. God wants everyone to be healthy. Created all humans in his own image, physicality of perfect brain, physical health, mind, and the spiritual being to use the virtues as Jesus, his son, example, to be considerate of others, as I stated all the virtues are, and to use them to help others when you can, as humans, earth angels, and to restore health of all, happiness, and heaven and earth to all, as all deserve, while they have one life to live, at all times. Thank you for listening. Please help an earth angel human me. I'm disabled, my life force is too low to be alive, but I say this once, so please do what you can further. Act now, share this video, and please help all. Restore heaven and earth to all as all deserve. By being kind, human earth angels.